Today I bring you a recipe to lick your fingers, a keto recipe, low in carbohydrates, delicious to look at. And to make these delicious donuts with matcha tea we are going to need a cup of almond flour, a quarter of a cup of coconut flour, a quarter cup of sweetener, in this case erythritol with monk fruit, a pinch of salt, half a teaspoon of baking powder, and we move all these dry ingredients to integrate them very well so that there are no lumps, and we reserve in another container. We put 4 eggs at room temperature, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, a quarter cup of melted coconut oil, and beat everything very well. Now we recover the dry ingredients and we are going to add the mixture of the liquid ingredients. We mix everything very well until we obtain a dough that is homogeneous. You already know that you have to have the oven preheated to 180 degrees. So before starting the recipe I recommend you start heating your oven. Good, now we are going to prepare a mold greased with a little bit of coconut oil, and I am going to put this little bit of coconut oil in it as you see. A little bit of butter the case is so that it will be easier to unmold them later, and now we are going to fill them the mold. I have put on some gloves to make it easier to handle the dough. Well, easier and more hygienic of course, but well, if you wash your hands well then you also don't need to put on gloves, so we can arrange all the dough. And then while the donuts are being made, well, we are going to make the matcha tea topping so delicious. You see how tasty or tasty, it depends on what you call them in your country. Here they are called donuts, and I know that in other countries they are called donuts. Remember that if you like my recipes, give me a like, and also if it's the first time you see me and you like these types of recipes, then subscribe and hit the bell so that YouTube notifies you every time I walk here. That small gesture helps me a lot and motivates me to continue sharing more recipes like this one that are low in carbohydrates, sugar-free, and above all healthy and easy to prepare. Very easy. Cooking really doesn't have much mystery, and once you discover how to cook certain foods I assure you that you will like it and you will be able to create your own recipes yourself. If you are not good at it, you already know that you have this channel where we have breads, cakes, pancakes, omelets, in short, countless recipes, a lot of variety, all healthy and low in carbohydrates, which is what we are looking for. We are going to put them in the oven approximately about 15 or 18 minutes. You check your oven, and when you see that they are browning a little on top, they will be there. So let's go there now. See you, they have already come out of the oven. In my case they have been there for exactly 15 minutes and look how good they look. They burn is still a little bit, so I'm going to leave them here to cool completely because it's important that they are very cold to put a matcha coating on it. It still burns. I burn my hands, to be honest. Well, we're going to leave them that way. If you have smaller molds you will get more quantity, that is, more donuts. Now while they cool completely we are going to prepare the coverage for these delicious donuts or donuts. We go there for the coverage. We are going to use 2 tablespoons of vegetable milk. It can be coconut, it can be almond, the milk of your preference, a teaspoon of tea matcha. This is the one I usually use, and we are going to put approximately 1 cup of sweetener. It is 1 cup of pulverized sweetener. It has to be pulverized. If you don't have it pulverized you can grind it in a food processor or in a coffee grinder. We are going to mix this very well and we are going to create like an ointment. You can see that this ointment is forming as well as a glaze. This is going to give a touch to the delicious donuts. You will see how delicious they are going to be. We remove any lumps that may be generated so that this glaze is completely homogeneous and well diluted. And now with the donuts completely cold we are going to put this coating on them. Matcha tea has many properties. It is a high quality green tea. Here on the side I leave you all the properties that matcha tea has, although I'm sure many of you already know it because here it is. I'm going for the donuts. We already have the donuts completely cold here, and now we are going to coat them in this matcha glaze. Look, wow, it looks too much, right? We are going to impregnate them all, and here we have them. We are going to let them harden from all the glaze, and then maybe I am going to put a little bit of chocolate on top.
Mirad qué espectáculo. ¿Veis? Una vez que ha enfriado, el glaseado hace una cobertura perfecta. Y sí, al final se me ha antojado ponerle un poquito de chocolate. Mirad qué espectáculo. ¡Wow! Se antoja demasiado, ¿a que sí? Pues vamos a probar estos ricos donuts o donas keto. Con esta cobertura de té matcha, tiene que estar delicioso. Vamos allá. Buen provecho. Riquísimo. Tenéis que hacerlo. Este toque con el té matcha está Fenomenal. También le podéis poner a la propia masa un poquito de té matcha. Pero como ya le puse suficiente en la cobertura, yo creo que ya así está muy bien. Así que, bueno, hasta aquí la receta de hoy. Espero que os haya gustado. Si es así, dadle un like, suscribiros si aún no lo habéis hecho y darle a la campanita para no perderos ninguna de las recetas que yo subo. Pero mirad, ¿está o no? Me han quedado, como siempre digo, para chuparse los dedos. Un beso y un abrazo y hasta el próximo vídeo. ¡Chao!